Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today, let's talk summer hair trends. So I typically do a hair trends video once a year, but I really felt inspired with kind of hair for both men and women during this summer season. So now that the summer months are here, let's get into it. So sometimes I feel like with trends videos, they're either all over the place, meaning like almost everything's a trend, or it's kind of like vague and you're kind of left like, wait, what is the actual trend? So I'm gonna keep it really simple, very to the point. Am I going to include everything that I think looks good? No, of course not. This is a trends video. So in my last video, I had a lot of questions about like, what about gray? Gray's classic. It does not need to be in a trends video. So the color of the summer is this suede-y, sort of caramelly, sort of brondy. It's kind of like the blonde we've been seeing, but I feel like blonde is a little bit more contrasty. And to me, blonde is still like a version of balayage, just slightly muted. The suede version of essentially blonde and brown mixed together, to me, is the color of summer. Now, I will say there is a close second, and that is blonde. Yes, I didn't think I would say that. I feel like brown has been trending for over a year at least, in such a strong trend, and it got really like chocolatey and ganache and like really rich over the winter months. But now that we're entering summer, I have seen so much blonde, but it always is just slightly different than the blonde we've been seeing. So there is some dimension, but it is still very like natural, organic. I would say slightly kind of suede-y blonde too, like if that were a thing. It's much more vanilla than like the bright kind of cooler toned blondes we've seen in the years past. This is creamy. There is some contrast, but the contrast is not only soft, the size of the highlights are still pretty kind of small. So meaning that, yes, if you look close up, there is an actual highlight, but as far, it kind of just looks like a shimmer. And I think this blonde paired with a good summer glowy tan, chef's kiss. Like nothing screams more summer to me. And the same thing with the kind of like suede-y brown brunette kind of vibe that's also very trendy. It just looks like you were a darker brunette that has now been in the sun and your hair has just kind of lightened naturally. So still the big common theme here is softness. Although I do think summer gives this like extra little contrast, a boost with, again, still staying soft. And old money blonde and like rich brunette and all these like terms, I know everyone's tired of those words, but the looks are going nowhere. In terms of styling, now this like blowout look with very like layered, kind of like sleek and smooth, but like beveled in ends has been, I feel like, trending for the last couple of months. But I feel like in the summer it gets a little bit more playful, and I feel like it's either the kind of S-wave pattern or very beachy vibes. Absolutely nothing riveting here. This isn't like groundbreaking or that new, but I do feel like it has had its moment this summer, maybe more than usual. I still think long is in. I feel like I got a lot of not happy comments about me saying that like long was in, and someone was like, long is, you know, it's classic. It doesn't need to be in a trend video, but trends means that is what the majority is kind of sticking to for that season. I feel like I'm not seeing celebrities. I'm not seeing like everyone go get a bob or go get like an edgier, shorter haircut. Like I feel like I haven't seen anyone like significant do that. Also, if you want any confirmation about everything that I'm saying, did you watch Miami Swim Week? I feel like every girl down the runway was a poster of everything I'm describing for summer 2026 hair trends. Now, this isn't a hair trend, but tanned, glowy skin. I feel like for a very long time, it was that very clean girl, like I don't bake in the sun, I don't use a self tanner, like it was just very like granola almost. I feel like sun is back. Duh, of course, it's summer. Of course, we're going to see more tan people in the summer, but I feel like people are embracing the sun a little bit more. I don't know if it's like also this like resurgence of like being out, and also the World Cup. I just feel like people are out, people are are getting vitamin D. I know I'm gonna get all the SPF comments, but again, this is just what I'm saying. All right, hair accessories. I feel like I haven't been excited or inspired by a hair accessory, but this, I feel like there's like a retro vibe to it. It's not that new, but I feel like we haven't seen it in a long time. I feel like silk headscarves were like such a thing, like if you were on a yacht or whatever, like on a vacation. Like I feel like that was cool for quite a bit of a few years. Now the silk scarf is being tied at the waist, but on the hair, like a crocheted little like handkerchief tied to like protect your hair. It's delicate, it's feminine. I think it's so cute, and I think it's very, very on par with the color that's trending and kind of like the overall vibe for the summer. I think sometimes hair accessories don't necessarily go with like the vibe that's going on with the color, with like fashion, but I feel like this so goes, and I'm so here for it. It's the fact that it's like crocheted, like it looks like an heirloom piece that was like handed down to you. There's something like nostalgic about it. I know my mom has a photo of herself in one from like the 80s. I know I had one in like the early 2000s. I feel like this trend does come back occasionally, but I feel like it's actually really spread out. And I think it's the fact that this one's crocheted that's a little bit different. And I think that mixture of texture with hair is so pretty. But also it doubles as like hair protection, which, hello, we love hair. Also a great way to add protection to your hair is to keep it hydrated with something that doesn't contain alcohols or silicones. If you haven't tried Oil and Comb, I have created essential drops to nourish, protect, and heal your hair. And summertime is one of the best times to really get all that nourishment and protection in one. All right, next is men's cuts. And I did want to allow enough time for this category because I have not been inspired by men's hair, period, in probably at least 10 years. I feel like absolutely nothing has changed hair-wise for men where it was exciting. And then the only like different cut, I feel like in the last 3-4 years, is this cut. And I swear every single Gen Z guy has this haircut. Like every single one. Like it doesn't matter if their hair is curly, if they're blonde, if they're redheads. It doesn't matter the nationality, it doesn't matter the style. Like this is the haircut on every single Gen Z male. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And don't tell me Gen Alpha. Like I heard the other day someone was like doing trend predictions for Gen Beta. And I was like, wait, my daughter is 4 and she's Gen Alpha. Like what fashion predictions are we having for Gen Beta? Like aren't they in diapers? So I feel like this cut is like the most like, whoa, it's like different everyone's doing, but still not that exciting. But I feel like from this cut now, I feel like this year, so many shapes and styles that I'm so here for. First, I'm going to give it to this hairstyle. I think if you have the hair for it, if you have a little bit of wave in your hair, this haircut will win. It's classic. It is having a moment, I feel like more so this year, but I don't think this style would ever look bad on someone. I feel like it's universally like kind of flattering on the face shape. Now, granted, you do need a full head of hair and you need really good hair. So there's that. Also, it's just me personally. I think it's because I'm a hairdresser, but I like hair on men. I like a buzz cut to me is like a wasted opportunity. It's like, why would you cut off like your most exciting accessory? Can we please bring it back? So this is kind of an homage to that. I also feel like straight hair has been trending for the last 20 years for men. And I feel like waves, curls, like it's just not really been celebrated in men's hair. And I feel like it's finally having a moment. So waves, curls, all very encouraged. So the difference with this longer haircut here, it kind of looks like it's all the same length. This is actually a beautiful cut and there's actually a lot of intention into it. I think most people think that this is a regular haircut grown out. It's not, but essentially if you were to kind of like bring it out, I would describe it as kind of like a square shape. Now, if I had to name a haircut that was out for men, I would say it's like the very tapered short sides and like a medium straight length on top. The reason why I would say this is out is because this is the one that I feel like trended for like 10, 15 years, that like where we didn't have a lot of variation within the style. And so I would feel like this is maybe the most dated cut. Say you're like millennial or you're the girl or you're the girlfriend of a millennial and you're like, how does my boyfriend kind of like update his cut to like not completely change it, but just add something? I would say go with a short modern mullet. This is my current favorite. I've transitioned Adam's haircut from what he's had for 10 years into this about 6 months ago. And it's such a small change. And basically we're just leaving the front a little bit longer and definitely growing out the whole back. And I feel like this change is actually very minimal, especially when you're like transitioning maybe to this haircut where you don't have enough length yet in the back. It's very subtle. You're not gonna look like you're, I don't know, 35 trying to look 19, but it's like modern, yet there's something kind of classic about it. There's also something a little edgy about the mullet because obviously it's considered one of the ugliest haircuts. And of course, if it's a very traditional mullet means longer in the back than actually in the front, whereas the modern version is it's balanced in the front by the back. But if I were to coin one specific kind of attribute to men's hair that is kind of true across all of these haircuts, it is the long, I call it like the bang area. And although the top is also slightly longer than I feel like we've seen in years and years ago, but it's the top and front that is long. And if it's wavy or curly, bonus points. There are lots of like tools and kind of like combs that kind of achieve that semi kind of wavy look without actually waving or, you know, kind of curling your hair. And I feel like in terms of color, it's again soft, much like women's hair. I feel like for a while it was like that buzz cut that's super bleached blonde and it's like toned to perfection and there was like something so edgy. Why am I feeling very Justin Bieber? I don't know if he actually had that cut. I think he did, but I feel like that was kind of like an extreme look. This is when I feel like also women were doing much like ashy blondes or like the grays, like again, like very extremes, whereas now it's a lot softer silhouettes, a lot softer colors, and same goes for men. So these are the hair trends for summer 2026. If I've missed something and you feel like there's something that you keep saying that you're like, this is an absolute trend that I've missed, please leave it down below. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.